Today I'm going to be answering the age-old question in the form of a comment on my YouTube channel. And it goes, how/why is it there are so many Brits that have moved to France and fix up property? Surely England has some old homes and buildings to renovate? ... question mark. Well, that is a fantastic question, and we're going to tackle that question towards the end of this video. And I'm not just going to tell you the answer, but I'm going to show you how/why there are so many Brits that come over here to rural France and renovate properties. So before we get into that, of course, what I want to do is get some work done in the 15 grand house, because Dave's there sorting the place out. So I'm going to show you that in this video, and of course I'm going to answer more of your questions as Dave renovates. Same old format. Enjoy, and I'll see you later on to answer the question that I just said. Hope that makes sense. See you in a little while. Here we are back at the 15 grand house that we're renovating in rural France, and Dave is finishing off this room with a stud work. Let's get into the first question. So who's paying for all this material? Building supplies are expensive. Hope you're using pressure treated wood. Well, who do you think's paying for this material, Giselle? It's yours truly, the one and only, not the tooth fairy. Or careful with that hammer, Dave. Yeah, I'm paying for this, all this material and stuff. And as far as the pressure treated wood, well, it's been what I like to call a Billy certified. I run most of the material by someone who's much more knowledgeable than me, such as my best friend, who's taken on a renovation project much larger than mine. So he has the knowledge to help guide me through. So yes, I have confidence in the materials that I acquire because I consult with more knowledgeable people. Next question. I actually heard a rumour that he had 14 children, all born the same year. Discuss. Same year. Try the same month, okay? Those are rookie numbers. Solving the rural France population crisis single-handedly. I'm just kidding, of course, just kidding. Loving the banter, by the way, and I'm loving the fact that we've taken kind of a weird thing with regards to like overbearing rumours and stuff, which was a very serious thing. And thanks to you guys, you've actually made it super fun and enjoyable to read the comments, especially with these these new rumours that you're coming up with. I absolutely love it. So thank you very much for your comment. Much love. Next comment. Not a complaint, but why a lot of people I follow now on the restoring use these rails and plasterboard and not proper cement and make a thing to last? Well, that was a mouthful. Well, I mean, what you want me to make the internal walls with cement? That's not a thing. Lovely views and a lovely day, by the way. But yeah, that's not a thing, I don't think. To make the internal walls with cement, are you saying? The reason why we're using rails and you know, this metal railing, metal stud work, and we're going to obviously plasterboard it, is because we want the walls to be insulated, to be energy efficient, and also the electrics that's going to run throughout the whole house is going to be behind these new walls, so it's going to be nice and hidden. Yeah, that's just how it goes in any house, and it's very efficient, and you know, the house is going to be nice and warm thanks to the insulation that we're going to be putting in. So yeah, I mean, cement, what actually makes cement walls? That doesn't matter. I've never heard of internal walls being like, it's just not efficient at all. I'm not sure. I'm not getting your comment. I'm sorry. Then maybe there's something that I'm missing here. But in any case, Dave is starting the stud wall that's going to separate, that's going to cover up this gap where the staircase is, because it's quite dangerous at the moment as well. So it's nice to see this progress. But Yeah, no, that's definitely stumped me, that comment, I'm afraid. I can't give you a clear, concise answer as to when it would be good to use cement. I mean, the materials we're using are gonna last, don't you worry, because the place is dry and it's just gonna be, yeah, it's not gonna be damp or anything, so it'll last a good 100 years, I'd say, what we're doing now. Hi Ryan, where did you learn French? I learned French in France. Next question. Just kidding. Well, I came to France when I was just 5 years old with my family, and they just threw me in a French school, of course, and I didn't really speak a word of French and just picked it up naturally. In fact, I was so young, at that age, you don't even remember learning because you're so immersed in, well, in the country itself. You're right in the thick of it. So yeah, just picked it up over the course of about 6 months to a year. I was more or less speaking fluent French, although it has always been a bit of a handicap to have French as a second language and not a native language. Although I am basically, you know, I'm very, very proficient, let's say, in French. If I was speaking French to someone who is French, they probably or would never be able to tell that I'm not French. But in school, you know, when you get into the intricacies of the French language, it's a very difficult language to master, shall we say, and to know all of the kind of rules and exceptions with regards to vocabulary and written French and all that. La-di-da-di-da. Yeah, French was not my favourite subject at school, but we persevered, and now here we are, years and years later, decades later, in fact, and I speak French. So there you go, that's the long answer to your question, as Dave perseveres in this house. He's doing a lot of snipping today, isn't he, with this wonderful stud work, but what a great job he is doing. Anyway, should we get to the next question? I love it, it's very satisfying when I see him snip. Next comment. I'm guessing DeWalt may not be a sponsor anytime soon. Well, funny you should say that. No, I'm just kidding. No, they probably won't be a sponsor anytime soon, because for anyone who doesn't know, I had a DeWalt drill. I've taken it in to the shop that I bought it from 1 year later, almost to the day, and it's gone in for repairs, and they said it could take up to 30 days. And if they can't fix it, they'll give a new one, of course, but 30 days? What if that's your only drill? So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'd say I'm more disappointed with the shop than with DeWalt themselves. You know, 40 products. It can happen to any product, you know, it can happen to anything. So I'm not going to bash DeWalt too much just yet. I mean, when the drill's working, it is a good drill, and I will continue to buy DeWalt products. So there you go. Next comment. Ryan, question, not related to construction, but rather, where do you and Dave go for a bite for lunch? Is there a nearby place to get a sandwich? What do you like for lunch? Or maybe you bring lunch from home, but would have to keep it in a little cooler, I suppose. You are making great progress. Can't wait for the next video. Yes, well, me and Dave, no, we don't bring our own lunch. We just pop down the local bakery and we do have a sandwich. I like a chicken curry sandwich, very nice, delicious. You know, I like something with a little bit of kick to it, a little bit of je ne sais quoi. And yeah, Dave, he'll go for anything. Usually either chicken, ham, whatever's floating about. And yeah, loads of French bakeries, even in small villages, and they're usually very, very good. Well, there you go. Next comment. Let's get right into it. Link to the curtain squares would purchase, winky face. Hello from America. Yeah, so that was reference, of course, to a previous video where we were talking about selling off 1-inch squares, framed and signed for the curtains. In fact, I'll put some lipstick on and I'll kiss the paper, or kiss the 1-inch square, and then it will have a nice old-fashioned bisou mark, as they say in France. Yeah, probably not going to happen. But it is a good idea, in fact, actually. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not ready to part with the curtains just yet. All right, let's get into the last comment, shall we? Dave is a real gift to your renovation. Just oozes progress. Hopefully, Ryan, he will be merciful and stay with you through the walling process. Well, just wait and see, because I've got a lot of videos to edit that have already been filmed, and I can't wait to show you just how far we've got on already. And it's all thanks to Dave. What a legend of a man, what a great guy. He's always been a good friend, and yeah, he's just an all-round cool guy. Very chill, very laid back, and who knows, maybe he will be on camera one day, but for now I just threw the camera on him and I'm like, Dave, do you want to do it like this? And he's like, yeah. And there you go, the rest is history. He doesn't actually sound like that. Yeah, that sounds a bit weird. No, he's not weird. He's a normal guy, okay? He's a nice guy too. So there you go. There you go, that's it. That's all I can say. Thank you, Dave. You are a legend. We love you. We love your knees, head, shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes. So that's it. The room's looking fantastic, as you can clearly see. Dave's done a wonderful job, and finally we are getting somewhere. So stay tuned for the next video where you're going to see even more progress. Happy days. Dave is doing a great job, is he not? But now to answer the age-old question that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So let's get right into it, okay? Instead of telling you why, I'm going to show you. In fact, I'll tell you and I'll show you. The short answer is, in England, there is a major housing crisis. The prices are beyond ridiculous now. It's a joke. It really is. It's crazy. Just take a look at this, okay? 65,000 British pounds. It's an abandoned, you can't even call it abandoned, it's a ruin at this stage, alright? And I thought, oh, hang on, that looks pretty good on the left there, brand new roof, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not included. That's the neighbour, okay? So for 65,000 Great British pounds, you're getting a literal ruin that's marketed as 2 cottages. Okay, fantastic. Well, moving up in the price bracket, I thought I'd show you a second property in need of a renovation in UK. For £295,000, this is what you get, okay? Now, granted, it's in much better condition than the one I just showed you, but it is £295,000, and it still needs what I would deem as fairly extensive work throughout the whole house. So £295,000, that's like 350,000 euros. Now, what can you get in France for that sort of coin? Well, let me show you, okay? And this is why the Brits are coming and renovating and doing up houses and living in France. Check this out, yeah? Look at that. 230,000 euros. That's like, quick maths, £195,000. A little bit under, in fact. Look at what you're getting. Okay, this property is located a little bit north of Bordeaux in the south of France. It's absolutely glorious. It's beautiful. It's done up. You don't even need to renovate it. £195,000. That, my friends, is why so many Brits, so many insert nationality here, are moving to France, because the value in the property market is almost second to none, I must say. It's much, much more reasonable than the UK, than the United States, certainly than Australia as well. I believe Australia's struggling with their own property crisis at the moment. So all of these countries, I'm sure they're wonderful places to live, you know, England, Australia. I'm getting all flustered. That's how shocked I am at the state of the housing market in the United Kingdom. But yeah, long story short, it's because of incredible value for money when it comes to properties. That is the number one reason, okay? You're not just buying a property when you come to France, you're buying a lifestyle, you're buying a dream, which can be had for a lot less money than in other countries. So there you go. At least that's what I think is the main selling point. But that's just my opinion, and who am I? I don't know. I hit my head. I've got amnesia. I don't even know. But anyway, that's going to be all from me. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next video to crack on with the renovation and answer more of your comments. So leave a comment down below in this video if you want me to maybe answer your comment in the next video. Bye for now.